The mid-1950s saw some of the most creative and best remembered automotive styling ever. But many of those stylish nameplates didn't survive much beyond the 50s. But this week, out on the high road, Craig Singhaus celebrates the 40th birthday of one American car that literally flew through time.
The mid-1950s were a time of prosperity. The boys were home from Korea. Ike was in office, and the stage was set for a new car. A new kind of car for the young and the young at heart.
It's ironic that with all the hoopla over last year's 30th anniversary of the Mustang, that some people might have overlooked the 40th anniversary of the car that started Ford's personal car revolution, the Thunderbird.
That's why we came to Southern California to celebrate with the Early Birds Car Club at its annual Pageant of the Thunderbird. It was a chance to reminisce and reflect about the early T-Bird's enduring appeal.
Well, I was looking for a Corvette, and I found this little 57 T-Bird at Bill Murphy Buick underneath a pile of boxes. I've had it since 1959, and it's a beautiful little car. I wouldn't get rid of it.
And neither would Mr. George Watt, who has restored what many consider to be the most important Thunderbird of all time.
I came across this in Southern California in a body shop, and when I found it, I could see that it was either, everything about it was either broken, bent, dirty, or missing, and in pretty bad shape. It had been sitting out for about a year and a half, and with no top. But I got thinking about it the next day, and I came back and looked at it again, and I noticed the serial number was 100,005. And I knew then that it was one of the first Thunderbirds. So I bought it, and then I wrote to Ford, and I got a letter back saying that 100,001, 2, 3, and 4 were station wagons and sedans. Therefore, this was the first Thunderbird.
With its 198 horsepower V8 four-barrel engine, the 3,000-pound T-Bird was pretty spirited in straight-line performance. But despite its cross-checkered flag's logo, T-Bird was never really supposed to be a Corvette-like sports car.
I think it has a little bit better ride. It appeals a little bit more to women with automatic transmission and power windows and some of the more luxury items. I like it because it's sort of a personal car, and once you see it, you just fall in love with it.
And so did many others. The 1955 Thunderbird easily outsold the 55 Corvette, and with the introduction of the porthole side window and Continental kit for 1956, the T-Bird moved even further into the luxury car niche it's so well defined.
In February of '58, the big ones were late coming out. They didn't come out in October, they came out in February or March. As soon as I saw the big ones, I panicked and went and bought the little one because I didn't like the big one. And my ex said, you know, I'd get rid of her before I get rid of the car. And sure enough, she's gone, and I still got the car.
That's a classic.